FightHype.com here with today the man who will be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, former WBA world champion Bones Adams. Bones, congratulations first of all.
Thank you guys, I appreciate everybody and all the fans. Thank you, my wife, everybody, my family, all the support. Thank you.
How does it feel, being 5'5" white guy, and now you're in the Hall of Fame?
You know what, I don't know, it still hasn't really hit me yet, but just like, do I deserve it? Do I not? I don't know how to accept it yet, because it's just hard for me to accept an award for me being me. I box, everything came kind of natural for me, and it's hard for me to accept, I was just being me,
What do you mean by it came natural for you?
Well, boxing just, I picked up on when I was 5, I used to watch Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, all those guys, and I would just watch them and kind of and pick a little bit here, a little bit here. All the different trainers just take a little bit and I put it together and I form myself. You know what I mean? But everything kind of came natural because I'd be able to watch somebody and can just do it.
So, but like, you didn't get butterflies before your first fight? I mean,
no. My first fight, no. I was 5 years old. I did tremendous. I mean, like my first KO. I think I was probably like 7. Wow. I had a guy with a 1-2. I stepped back. I still remember. I went 1-2, step back, pull up, the right hand, and he went out cold. And I remember the kid waking up, hey, and going like this. How'd I do? I remember that.
You knocked the 7-year-old out cold.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was like 15 seconds of the first round. I remember.
Okay. So you never got scared because you were too young to know better.
Yeah, that happens. When you're young, you have no fear of nothing. So there was just I was in the ring boxing. That's just another day. It's just like a play date. Just our first date.
Right.
I mean, once you start going out with that girl over and over again, then you're not so nervous, but you're excited to go away. Same with boxing. It's like just it's a damn fight. I love fighting.
Like, we just had a Deontay Wilder in a big fight. He was 19 and started boxing. You started boxing at 5.
Right.
Do you feel like there's something a guy who starts late can never quite have that someone who's been...
Definitely. It also depends on the weight division. Heavyweights, they can fight older and
right.
But, us smaller guys, we got to depend on reflexes and stamina. It's just everything. It's a lot more difficult. But also, again, like I said, there's real fighters, which is us, and there's heavyweights. There's two different things. But it's the truth. Like heavyweights are different. They train differently, different mentality, different way of thinking, different everything. So, but they can last longer, start younger, and go longer than we are.
Well, you were saying you don't know if you belong. But what do you think, though? Floyd Mayweather's done it. A lot of just gyms in Vegas and guys who are Augie Sanchez, people who've been at the top in boxing, they all give you such high praise. Why do you think that is? Again, Floyd included.
My thing is like, I'm from Detroit. I'm the only white world champion from, say, Michigan in over 50 years. So kind of it's not like that I don't deserve it. I feel like, I was a tremendous fighter and I realized that, but it's hard for me to, it's just me. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just something that came so natural. I didn't really work, I didn't work for it. I did, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I worked hard and I was tremendous in the gym. I'm a very lazy person outside there, but in the gym I was very, very hard working. But just hard for me, it's just me,
Bones, I don't think you realize how gangster that sounds, because you're like, well, just whooping motherfuckers' ass to become world champion. It's just, it's just what I do.
It's true, though.
Is it?
You understand? Like, that's just what I did. Since I was 5 years old, I knew nothing but boxing. I turned pro at 15. I don't really know too much of the amateur career. So I just knew professional boxing what I was going to do. I was trying playing basketball and everything when I was younger. My dad wouldn't allow me to do it. He goes, you can be good at a lot of sports, you're great at one, you're going to box. And it's that simple.
Right. So
that's what I was doing.
You were also, I didn't know this, but you were the youngest professional fight ever in Las Vegas?
Yes, I was, yes.
Damn.
And for the longest time until recently, I think there's someone younger finally, but I opened the doors and paved the way over, man, how many years ago? Almost 20 years ago. So it's great to see that, and even like Devin Haney, good to see him come up. He started young, and him come up and hit. Now he's a world champion. So it's a great opportunity. Just because you're young doesn't mean you can't perform at high levels.
In the boxing world, everyone knew Bones Adams, knew what a good fighter he was. But mainstream fans, they don't watch the featherweight division. You were on HBO, you fought the best, but did you ever feel underrated, overlooked?
Not really. I accept what it is, you know what I'm saying? I know that what I like to do though is mess with people. I'm a huge boxing fan. Oh yeah, well who am I?
Right.
So I just like to play with people and stuff. But honestly, I am who I am, and I know who I am and what I can do. and a lot of the people do around me. But I don't care about being a household name. I'm just me.
Well, you know, well, speaking of a house, though, everybody is at the Prince Ranch at your gym. Your gym is arguably the hottest gym in Las Vegas right now, which is arguably.
I would like to thank the world, but yeah.
Right. Well, I was going to say,
around the world, yeah.
Vegas is arguably the hottest city in boxing in the world. So
when I travel and everything, everybody says, "Oh, we heard about your gym. We want to go by your gym," and it's getting pretty well known. But it's kind of like a hidden gym.
Yeah.
I see a lot of cars going by, they can't find the spot, and that's for a reason.
Because it's ducked off on purpose.
That's it.
Well, it's the man's house. It's not a gym.
Well, it's both. You mean? Right. People don't know where it's at. That's a great thing.
Do you think this will be you're getting in the Hall of Fame as a fighter? Do you think one day, however far from now, you'll get in as a trainer?
I hope so. With the help from my friend Brandon Woods, he's tremendous, boxing genius. With the help with him, because he used to train me as when I fought a little bit toward the end of my career, and just the smartest boxing person I know. With his help, and I hope to be in the Hall of Fame as a trainer as well.
Because there's been guys who were champion and didn't get the big shine, and then they later on as trainers they became maybe even more shine as a trainer.
Well, the funny thing is, even Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt and I, we were very good. This is my big brother, and I used to ask him. I asked him the same thing. The funny thing, when he was training me, I was like, "Does it make you upset that you're more famous now and better known as a trainer than you were as a fighter? You're top 10 pound for pound." And he was like, "No, I'm happy. It makes me happier that I'm helping other people besides myself." And it's the same thing with me now. I'm starting to adjust and realize that boxing, I can give more to boxing, and just give it and helping these guys and get more out of boxing than I just did for myself.
Yeah, because if the guys like you don't train these kids, all the fake trainers are gonna, the guys that pretend to know what they're doing are gonna hijack boxing.
Anybody puts a towel over their shoulder calls themselves a trainer, and that's why it gets a lot of people hurt. And it's true though. And these guys, when I have them do things, I never asked them to do something that I didn't do myself. And things that I did myself that I learned from the mistakes, I try to avoid them and keep them away from.
So in Bones,
especially the nutrition part. The nutrition I really messed up a lot on because I had no nutritional. So now I want to make sure that these guys are trying to eat the right things and do the right things. But it's on them in the long run.
Even at featherweight, you didn't watch what you ate? I mean, damn. You would think you'd have to make that weight.
Listen, here's the thing. I was so messed up. Listen, I was fighting 122. I went on a photo shoot with Bernard Hopkins. He was the current 160-pound champion thing at the world. We went on a photo shoot and I weighed more than he did.
Oh.
And that was.
Although Bernard keeps himself super skinny.
It doesn't matter. I was like 40 pounds overweight. I weighed more than he did. I was like, oh man, it was crazy. Had a belly on me.
Oh wow. Did Bernard say any jokes about it?
I learned, yeah, he did. but I learned my lesson. I tried telling Jesus guys, I went through it. Don't do the same mistake I did.
That's exactly what Fernando was telling his sons.
His boy's good, especially the youngest one, but that boy can fight. Yeah.
Emiliano?
Yeah.
I heard he could fight.
Man, that boy's something special right there.
And before I let you go, just got to pick that trainer brain. Wilder Fury 3 looks like it might be late July. What's the chances Wilder does what's necessary to make up that gap and win that fight?
I'd like to see him do that. I just don't think he's capable because when he goes to it, he's going to. Even Mark Breland, I think Mark Breland would be a great trainer if he would just listen to him. And that's the thing is that, Mark, I mean, I don't know what's going on in the camp. I don't know what goes on. I have no clue what's going on because I don't really know him that well. But as far as I can see, he really doesn't listen. He does what he wants to do. If he would just come into the gym with an open mind and listen to whoever's train him and listen to him, he probably would do very well and possibly win. But if he goes in the same mentality as he does now, and just he does what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, he's going to lose again.
Well, Bones, say he listens to everything Mark says. He's still got a little less than 5 months. Is that enough time? If he really dedicates and follows instruction, is that enough time to make those adjustments?
It's just like this, an actor. If they want to pick up an accent, they can do it within months. If somebody really wants to do something, if they really want to do something, they do it. They make your mind up and you do it, and you work on it and you get it done. So then we tell these guys here, if you really want to do something, you can do it and you will do it. But you got to really want it. If you don't really want it, then it's not going to happen.
You expect him to pull that off then, or you think he'll do just the? Think he'll do that? Listen to Mark and.
I think he fired Mark. He fired Mark. So I know Mark's not going to be the guy. I don't know who. Somebody said Floyd Mayweather. I don't think the Eagles would clash. you know, if Wilder would put his ego to the side and listen to Floyd, yeah, he probably could do well. But I think anybody can help Wilder out because he's so athletic and talented. But he's gonna be able to listen and try.
Well, what would you tell him if he came?
Well, I mean, I would just work with his feet. If he get his feet in position, it would be 100% different fighter because he'll know how to adjust it to being in close, inside and outside. He'll be able to adjust and throw the right hand when he wants to be able to throw it.
Well, thanks so much, Bones.
Thank you, guys.
Again, Clarence Bones Adams, the 2020 Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, the featherweight champion. Long overdue. He's in the hall.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.